Liverpool fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the latest transfer updates on Bradley Barcola and Trent Alexander-Arnold, with Liverpool pushing hard in the final days of the window. So stay with us because you definitely don't want to miss this one. Like, subscribe, and let's get straight into the story. Liverpool fans, the transfer window is reaching its most dramatic stage, and there is one name that is now dominating the conversation around Anfield: Bradley Barcola. Liverpool have been pursuing the Paris Saint-Germain winger throughout the summer, and the latest information suggests that the negotiations have entered a much more serious phase. Fresh talks have taken place between Liverpool and PSG, with both sides attempting to find an agreement before the transfer deadline. What makes this story even more interesting is the change in PSG's position. Earlier in the summer, Barcola's valuation was reported to be around £145 million. However, that asking price has now come down, with reports suggesting that the two clubs are discussing a compromise around the £115 million mark. And according to the latest reports today, the Barcola deal has reached the final stages. That does not mean the transfer is officially completed yet, but it shows just how far the negotiations have progressed. Barcola is also believed to be open to the move, which could be another important factor in Liverpool's favour. The French winger has reportedly given the green light to the personal terms of a potential move, while Liverpool continue working on the agreement with PSG. But there is another name Liverpool supporters will immediately recognise: Trent Alexander-Arnold. The former Liverpool Academy star left Anfield for Real Madrid in 2025, so any story about his return must be treated very carefully. There is currently no confirmed Liverpool agreement to bring Trent back. Recent reports about his difficult situation in Madrid have produced speculation about his future, and some Liverpool supporters have called for a reunion. But that is very different from Liverpool actually negotiating a transfer. So Liverpool fans should separate the two stories. Barcola is a genuine Liverpool transfer target with active negotiations. Trent's Liverpool return is currently speculation rather than a confirmed transfer operation. And that distinction is extremely important. Liverpool are clearly determined to strengthen their wide attacking options. With the transfer deadline approaching, the club cannot afford to waste time. Barcola has become one of the most important names on Liverpool's list, and if the two clubs can finally bridge the remaining financial gap, the French international could be on his way to Anfield. But will Liverpool actually get the deal over the line? That is where the story becomes even more exciting, because with PSG now showing more flexibility on the price and negotiations described as positive, Liverpool fans have every reason to watch the next few days very closely. The question is no longer simply whether Liverpool want Bradley Barcola. The question is whether Liverpool can finish the deal before the deadline. And if they do, Anfield could be welcoming one of the most exciting young attackers in European football. Liverpool fans, stay tuned, because part 2 will reveal what is happening behind the scenes, how much Liverpool could actually pay for Barcola, and why this transfer could have a huge impact on Cody Gakpo and the rest of Liverpool's attack. The summer transfer window is entering its final days, and Liverpool still have important work to complete. The biggest story right now is clearly Bradley Barcola, with Liverpool continuing negotiations with Paris Saint-Germain over a potential blockbuster move. This is no longer a simple case of Liverpool monitoring the French winger. The Reds are actively talking to PSG, and that is the reason supporters are becoming increasingly excited. According to the latest reports, Liverpool and PSG have held fresh discussions over Barcola. The two clubs have spent much of the summer apart in their valuations, with PSG initially demanding around £145 million for their France international. But Liverpool have continued pushing. The important development is that the negotiations are now described as positive, and there is growing optimism that the two clubs can find an agreement before the transfer deadline. Liverpool themselves have reported the latest media claims that fresh talks are taking place, while making it clear that those reports do not necessarily represent the club's official position. So what exactly is stopping the transfer? Money. That is the biggest obstacle. Liverpool clearly value Barcola, but they do not want to simply accept PSG's original asking price. The Reds are trying to bring the valuation down, while PSG are attempting to get the maximum possible fee for one of their most talented attacking players. Recent reports have suggested that a compromise could be around the £115 million region, although other reports have placed PSG's current expectations higher. That means Liverpool still have work to do before supporters can celebrate an official agreement. And this is where the next few days become extremely important. Liverpool cannot take their time forever. The transfer window closes on September 1st, meaning the club has only a short period to turn negotiations into a completed transfer. Liverpool.com reported today that there are only 6 days remaining and that the Reds remain in desperate need of additions in the forward areas. Why is BARCOLA so important? Because Liverpool need more attacking options. Mohamed Salah's departure has left a major gap in the squad, particularly on the right side of the attack. Liverpool have already brought in Victor Munoz, but the club still needs more quality and depth in the wide positions. BARCOLA could provide exactly that. The French winger has the speed to attack defenders, the ability to carry the ball forward, and the technical quality to create opportunities. He can operate from the left, but his versatility gives Liverpool another option when the manager wants to change the shape of the attack. And there is another major development. Reports indicate that BARCOLA has already given the green light to personal terms for a potential move to Liverpool. That does not mean the transfer is complete. It means the players' side is apparently comfortable with the possibility of moving to Anfield, while the remaining major issue is the agreement between Liverpool and PSG over the transfer fee. Liverpool.com reported that personal terms had apparently been agreed while negotiations with PSG continued. That could be a massive advantage for Liverpool, because when the player wants the move and the buying club wants the player, the final battle becomes one between the clubs. Liverpool's sporting department now has to find the number that PSG will accept, and they have to do it quickly. There is also an interesting tactical question. If Liverpool sign BARCOLA, what happens to Cody Gakpo? Gakpo has started the season strongly and remains an important player for Liverpool, but BARCOLA is naturally more comfortable in wide attacking areas, and Liverpool already have several players who prefer the left side. That is why the BARCOLA transfer could create a major selection battle inside the squad. It could also explain why Liverpool are continuing to explore other attacking targets rather than putting everything on one player. Reports have linked Liverpool with other wide options, including Ismaila Sarr and Yankuba Minte. Liverpool have also seen an approach for Sarr rejected, while the club continues to consider its options before the deadline. But BARCOLA remains the headline name. And now let's return to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool supporters would obviously love to see Trent back in a red shirt one day. He remains a huge part of Liverpool's recent history after coming through the academy and becoming one of the most influential right-backs of his generation. However, we need to be completely honest here. There is currently no confirmed Liverpool transfer agreement to bring Trent back from Real Madrid. The current reports are mainly about his situation in Spain and speculation surrounding his future. There have also been calls from Liverpool supporters for a possible return, particularly as discussions about his difficult adaptation in Madrid continue. So Liverpool fans should not confuse the Trent story with the BARCOLA story. BARCOLA is the active transfer pursuit. Trent is currently a speculation story. That distinction matters. If Liverpool were to make a move for Trent in the future, it would be a completely different type of transfer. It would require Real Madrid to be willing to let him go and Liverpool to decide that bringing back their former academy star fits their sporting plans. Right now, there is no confirmed deal, and that means the main transfer battle for Liverpool today remains Bradley BARCOLA. Imagine the possibilities. BARCOLA arriving at Anfield, Liverpool adding another explosive attacker, the squad gaining more pace and creativity, and a new attacking threat appearing just as the season is beginning. That is why supporters are watching every update. But there is still one final question. Will Liverpool pay the price PSG want? Or will Richard Hughes and the Liverpool hierarchy manage to negotiate a lower agreement before the deadline? The answer could come very soon. The negotiations are active. The player is reportedly open to the move. Liverpool want him. PSG are willing to negotiate, but until the contract is signed and the transfer is officially announced, nobody should call Bradley BARCOLA a Liverpool player. That is the truth.